10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Charlotte has the day off. For many of us, the holiday weekend has already begun and is off to a hot and humid start. A beautiful sunset tonight over Madison. Then a few rumbles of thunder out there. The heat and humidity, though, it'll be sticking around into the weekend. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. He's in the Weather Center with a look at our first warn forecast.
You know, those rumbles of thunder and the rain actually helped out a few people break the heat for a little while, and that's about the only chance we have of any kind of a break in the heat, at least for a couple of hours over the next week and a half. The time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam at Platteville, they didn't even have rain in Platteville. It was sunny most of the day. A few clouds started to drift in this evening, and there might be a shower or thunderstorm heading toward the Platteville area, but you can see those are weakening as they push through Dodgeville and actually head off toward the southwest. So again, the precipitation spotty. Not everybody has seen them, and you can see the rest of the Midwest pretty much free of precipitation. Madison hit 91 for a high today. First time we've hit it this year. We've hit 89 4 other days, and you can see right now temperatures are in the mid-70s to around 80 degrees, but those dew point temperatures are up around 70. So the areas that got rain actually just added to the humidity. So cooled the air, but added the humidity, and it feels just as warm. Tomorrow will be a sunny, hot, and humid 4th of July. Our high temperature at 91, heat index 93 to 98, and more of the same weather expected for about the next week and a half. I'll have more details in weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And for your local weather information on the go this holiday weekend, download our First Warn weather and traffic app. It is free right now in your app store. Wisconsin has now surpassed the 30,000 mark for confirmed coronavirus cases. Nearly 80% of all positive cases have since fully recovered, while about 18% remain active. The percentage of new tests has gone back up, nearing 6%. For the past few days, that percentage of positive tests was within the 4% range. Health officials say despite a growing number of positive cases in Dane County, mandating masks could be a challenge. While most states have implemented mask requirements, no communities in Wisconsin have taken that step. Adam Duxter joins us now with why public health leaders say they're concerned about a policy. Adam?
Well, Eric, earlier this week, Milwaukee took its first steps towards a possible mask mandate. But here in Madison, leaders say their concerns about enforcement and race are holding them back.
As coronavirus cases in Dane County continue to surge, health officials have taken action, urging everyone to wear masks and shutting down bars for the time being.
When the increase is linked to specific sectors, such as bars, we will consider targeted interventions.
Public Health of Madison and Dane County Director Janelle Heinrich stressing the importance of face coverings at a press conference earlier this week.
Everybody wants masks. Everybody is talking about the importance of wearing masks. And I think we need to balance the orders and the requirements with good practice.
We asked Heinrich to expand on what that balance looks like and if the city of Madison or the county would consider a mask enforcement. However, the group says at this time, quote, a mandatory masking policy may place an undue burden on some people, and people may fear racial profiling or discrimination based on wearing or not wearing a face covering. They say while masks have been proven to keep others safe, it's those concerns that are slowing and potentially stopping the process.
We're working with our partners, our communities of color, to get out stronger messaging around masking and to do that impact analysis to assure that we're not putting an additional burden on anyone.
Heinrich says the department is working on solutions to make masks more accessible and conducting a review to determine the impact a mandate would have. In Oregon, Lincoln County created a mandate that exempted people of color, but eliminated that exemption after a national pushback.
Adam, thank you. As people in Madison celebrate the 4th of July this weekend, they will be able to head out to the beaches. According to the city, a beach will be open if swim ropes are in place. The beach is cleaned by staff and the water quality is deemed acceptable by Public Health Madison and Dane County. The city's website said due to limited staffing, no lifeguards will be on duty at beaches. Restrooms will remain closed. You can find a list of city beaches on our website, channel3000.com. Now, if you're planning on hitting state parks this weekend, the Department of Natural Resources says plan on bringing masks and social distancing with you. A few crowds were already out today. This was at Devil's Lake State Park. The DNR said because of the virus, it's hard to say what the weekend will bring. People have been advised to avoid unnecessary travel, but with months in quarantine, they do think people will want to get out.
Be as mindful as possible to all the other people that may be sensitive to the coronavirus, and to make sure you're practicing the social distancing.
Now, they are limiting capacity based on how much parking is at each park. They have closed shelters, but bathrooms depend on the park. Happening right now out in South Dakota, President Trump addressing the crowd. This is just outside Mount Rushmore, celebrating the 4th of July. The president in his speech tonight is expected to take aim at efforts nationwide to remove controversial monuments and statues. Some 7,000 people were expected to be in attendance. The state's governor says it is a mask optional event and said earlier that, quote, we will not be social distancing. Preparations are underway for 4th of July celebrations that will take place on the National Mall. According to the Department of the Interior, there will be flyovers and more than 10,000 fireworks. 300,000 masks will be handed out, and a press release from the Interior Department says people are, quote, strongly encouraged to wear face coverings when social distancing is not possible. Coronavirus infections are rising in 40 of the 50 states now. The U.S. set another daily record with more than 52,000 new cases in one day. Governors from coast to coast are urging people to take precautions and stay home during the traditionally busy 4th of July weekend. Chris Martinez reports.
Coronavirus cases in Florida continue to skyrocket. The state recorded nearly 9,500 new cases over the past 24 hours, its third highest tally since the pandemic started.
It's absolutely the saddest thing, the most unnecessary situation that we're finding ourselves in, and it's behaviorally driven.
A 10 p.m. curfew is now in effect in Miami-Dade, Florida's most populated county. In Texas, face masks are now mandatory in many areas. Hospitals are stretching their ICU capacity.
We're seeing a surge in young people who are really just not paying any regard to the risk of this.
Do we really have to say hashtag don't kill grandma? People have to realize there are consequences to getting infected and spreading it to people who are vulnerable. They can die.
Cases are up nearly 50% here in California over the past 2 weeks. Several cities are fining people who don't wear masks. The state just banned singing or chanting in places of worship, and most beaches are off limits. That's not stopping some from heading into the surf.
I'll take the 98% chance of living my life, you know, and I think a lot of people will.
Major League Baseball announced it's canceling this month's 2020 All-Star Game set for Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles.
The 12-time champion of the world, Joey Chestnut!
And the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest will go on in New York, but with only a third of the normal number of contestants at an undisclosed location and no live audience. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Now, officials say it'll be a few weeks before they'll know exactly how many people contract the virus over this holiday weekend. NASCAR star Jimmy Johnson has tested positive for COVID-19. He received test results this afternoon. His number 48 Ally Chevrolet will miss this Sunday's Brickyard 400 in Indy. He was tested immediately after learning that his wife had tested positive. The 7-time Cup champion said in a statement that as of now, he is not feeling any symptoms. In other news tonight, police have made an arrest connected with Tuesday night's shooting at an East Side hotel in Madison. 19-year-old Jalen Kane Roberson now facing first-degree intentional homicide charges. The Dane County Medical Examiner identified the victim this morning as 18-year-old Dembo Jameh. The shooting happened Tuesday night at the Red Roof Inn on the East Side on Hayes Road. When officers arrived, they found Jameh in the parking lot with a gunshot wound. He was taken to a local hospital for treatment, where he later died. The Dane County District Attorney is calling for the release of a woman arrested for shooting and killing a man on Wednesday. News 3 Now previously named the 22-year-old woman, but because she is not facing any charges right now, we will not continue to name her. She was arrested for killing her 25-year-old ex-boyfriend. Police say she told officers at the scene that she had recently broken up with the man, but when he saw her driving, he started to follow her. She says she pulled into a parking lot where they got into an argument. When he tried to get into her vehicle, she shot him. In a letter, DA Ishmael Ozan says he believes the woman acted in self-defense. He says the woman's statements, witness statements, and surveillance video support that claim. Ozan goes on to say, quote, in balancing the time needed for the investigation to be completed, her limited prior criminal record, and the facts of the case, including evidence of recent prior domestic violence, I believe her release into the community at this time is appropriate while the investigation continues. 2020 has been a difficult year for the city of Milwaukee, and today, during a press conference, Mayor Tom Barrett says after 4 years of declining violent crime numbers, all of that has changed this year.
As of this morning, there have been 86 homicides in the city of Milwaukee. Last year on this date, there were 43. Exactly a 100% increase in homicides in the city of Milwaukee in 1 year.
Well, it comes the same day as an anonymous group did some rearranging of a street painting in downtown Milwaukee. Yesterday, protesters painted "Defund the Police" outside of City Hall, but today The U was changed to an E by an anonymous group, now reading defend the police throughout the day. However, we've just learned it has already been changed back to defund the police tonight. Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin withdrawing his proposal to replace the federal observance of Columbus Day with Juneteenth. Senator Johnson said that the amendment was meant to protect taxpayers of having to fund an 11th paid holiday for federal employees. He said, quote, "Let me reiterate, I suggested Columbus Day for the swap because few Americans in the private sector get it as a paid holiday, and as a result, it is lightly celebrated and would not be disruptive to most American schedules. I was no way deprecating Christopher Columbus's achievements or expressing any value judgment regarding his place in history." The removal of Confederate statues and symbols has reignited calls to change the name of the historic EDMUND Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. Pettus was a senior officer for the Confederate Army. There is a push to rename the bridge Bridge to Freedom. Some people have suggested renaming the bridge in honor of Congressman John Lewis. The EDMUND Pettus Bridge is registered as a National Historic Landmark. It was built back in 1940. All of those sent to the hospital yesterday after a carbon monoxide incident in Mount Horeb are expected to be okay. UW hospital officials say the 5 patients were treated and released yesterday afternoon. The mass casualty unit was called out to Hearts and Hands Children's Center for reports of high levels of carbon monoxide. 54 children were evaluated at the scene. 3 of them had to receive some treatment before being released to their families. Some sports news tonight. Green Bay Packers management say fans might not be able to attend games this season. The organization says it remains optimistic, but there is that possibility that Lambeau Field will be unable to host any fans. If they are able to attend, they'll be required to wear face coverings. They're also asking season ticket holders to begin considering their options for this season, asking them to opt in. Now, that would give them a chance to reserve tickets this year. Those who opt out would have their 2020 payment refunded or credited to 2021. Washington Redskins say they will undergo a thorough review of the team's nickname. This comes as FedEx, which has naming rights to the stadium, requested that the team change the name. Sponsors Nike and Pepsi are also under pressure to sever ties with the team unless they change their nickname. Also this year, a report says the NFL plans to have the song Lift Every Voice and Sing, known as the Black National Anthem, performed live or played before every game in Week 1 of the NFL season. That's according to a report by The Undefeated, which is owned by ESPN. It'll be played before the Star-Spangled Banner. This will begin with the nationally televised first game of the season, which is on September 10th. Still to come tonight at 10, Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. He'll rejoin us with his extended holiday weekend forecast. But first, we'll tell you about a new program kicking off tonight to help jumpstart downtown businesses. That's just ahead. Stay with us.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues.
Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Today, some things do stand firm. Those you can lean on, the things that matter, and the importance of you being you. That's why, no matter the type of care you need, or the way you need it, we're here every day, safe and ready. Because wherever you are in your world, you're the focus of ours. Safe care your way. Unity Point Health Meriden, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me.
So help me God.
incredible deals, huge markdowns, plus free doorstep shipping on everything. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared
when severe weather is on the way
and your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now. News 3 Now and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts, simple and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today. Sponsored by Clean Lakes Alliance's Lake Forecast Monitoring app.
All right, check out this video. This is from Massachusetts. A strange incident when a gas station's fire suppression system malfunctioned. That blanketed customers with foam. The plume of fire retardant caused a huge mess. 3 people reported trouble breathing, but there were no serious injuries. The police department is still trying to determine the cause of that malfunction. SSM Health is implementing a new data exchange technology between EMS and hospital care providers to help improve patient care. Hospital representatives say this system allows electronics record sharing between the two, which previously took weeks to be possible now with a simple scan. Not only does this exchange allow hospitals to maintain continuity of care, but also provides EMS professionals with patient care outcomes and also opportunities for improvement.
This is the future of healthcare and helping really create a system of care rather than parallel processes in place with pre-hospital providers and hospital-based care, because really the patient should have the best level of care available to them from the get-go.
SSM Health representatives say this platform has already built communication bridges in over 400 hospitals across the country, and they are excited to be the first now in Wisconsin. They plan to implement this technology with up to 50 of their EMS partners over the next couple of months. The city of Madison looking to help aid downtown businesses hurt by COVID-19 by allowing them to expand dining and vending into public streets and sidewalks. Earlier today, the city closed off all 6 blocks of State Street as part of its restaurant recovery program called Streetery. They'll off to a bit of a slow start on State Street this evening. The goal is to allow businesses to expand their customer capacity while also maintaining appropriate social distancing. Several business owners on State Street, however, say they're reluctant to invest in additional outdoor seating where customer traffic has been sparse. But over on King Street, businesses seemed excited about the opportunity.
We love it. It's, you know, it's increased our patio by 6 tables, and it's bringing more business in. And now that we're all outside pretty much all the time, it's bigger than our inside restaurant. So we're very happy about it.
Well, the Streetery program is set to continue until the end of August, pending any changes by Public Health Madison and Dane County. Airports and airlines expect the 4th of July holiday weekend to be the busiest travel days since back in mid-March. But passenger traffic, of course, is way down. In fact, about 75% down from last year at this time. Every airline does its social distancing thing differently. There are no regulations requiring an airline to do it. United, for example, notifies flyers when the plane is more than 70% full, allowing them to change if they want. But United says only about 2% of flyers actually change their flights. Just in time for the 4th, the USS Wisconsin Battleship Museum, it's now back open. The ship and the rest of the Nauticus Museum, that's out in Norfolk, Virginia, reopened today, several months after the facility closed due to the virus. Visitors will explore the ship and museum using a one-way route to help with social distancing. All right, we've got some serious warm weather for the holiday and beyond. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi. How's the lake outlook, Gary?
And beyond and beyond. Well, you know, actually being out on the lake makes you a little bit cooler, but, you know, this weekend you're going to have to be prepared for the heat and the humidity. The Madison Lake forecast right now, Monona, Waubesa, and Wingrel have their beaches open. Mendota, James Madison Beach is closed, but all the other beaches other than the one at the University of Wisconsin, that area is closed just because of COVID-19 concerns, but it's a good weekend to be out on the lakes. And as far as weather is concerned, our 4th of July will be sunny, hot, and humid with high temperatures in the lower 90s. The heat index between about 93 and 98, and more the same for Sunday. Partly sunny skies, a breeze from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour should be nice on the lake. The only thing that you really need to be concerned about is the heat and the humidity. Of course, if you're on the lake, the heat the light reflects off the water, so be prepared with extra sunscreen as well. But the time lapse from the WIC Skycam looking out toward the northeast, I've talked about how a lot of times you have like a lid on the atmosphere where you get warm air aloft that suppresses thunderstorm development. And you can watch what happens as thunderstorms that you see building in the distance here through Dodge and Jefferson County kind of come back toward the west across Dane County. But the air across Dane County up about 10,000 feet is much warmer. So watch what happens to these storms. You see them popping up, and boom, they hit that warm air aloft and they just kind of fizzle apart as they crossed over Madison. They get to the other side of Madison and you can see that there were some more storms that produced some pretty heavy rains, especially across western parts of Dane County, perhaps up to an inch or two of rain out between Verona and Mount Horeb. But you can see those storms starting to weaken as they continue to drift back toward the south and west. A couple of isolated showers and storms in the Fox Valley. Most of these will be done by about midnight or so, and then we'll look for relatively quiet conditions. You can see not much else across the entire upper Midwest. So 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be hot this weekend with highs in the lower 90s. That will continue into Monday. Dew point temperatures in the middle 60s this weekend will even climb further into the lower 70s as we get into next week. So when we see more 90s, especially Wednesday and Thursday of next week, with higher humidity, heat index values could be up into the triple digits at times. Alert days are in the forecast for tomorrow, for Sunday and Monday as well, with those highs in the lower 90s. Heat index values on Monday perhaps close to 100. Maybe a late day thunderstorm on Monday, but both tomorrow and Sunday should be dry. Notice the high temperatures, upper 80s to lower 90s to the U.S. border and north. And you can see on weather track the jet stream is bulged well to the north into Canada, and that's pattern is just going to sit here and stick around for a while. You see high pressure is located near us, so that just keeps it warm and humid here. Temperatures right now still in the mid to upper 70s through southern Wisconsin, some places close to 80 out to the west. Look at these dew point temperatures, tropical in nature, upper 60s to around 70 degrees. So for tomorrow, our 4th of July, mostly sunny, hot and humid. Again, the high temperature 91, but the heat index will make it feel like it'll be between 93 and 98. Drink some extra water. Stay indoors as much as possible. And you can see over the next 7 to 10 days, nothing really changes. Highs upper 80s, lower 90s. Even the nighttime low temperatures are in the upper 60s to the lower 70s, so you really don't even get much relief at night, and very little in the way of thunderstorm chances to break the heat.
Good thing you got that new air conditioner, Gary.
It's working very well.
Your old one would have left you a little warm.
You're right about that.
Gary, thank you very much. Just ahead in sports, the Brewers hit the big screen, their latest spinoff that had Brent Suter yelling, "Great Scott!" Zach's going to explain. He's next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Happy 4th of July Super Sale, happening this week at the Brothers Maine. Come in now for more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We make upgrading your home more convenient at Maine with up to 18 months of 0% financing and expert free delivery. Get more at the 4th of July Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. And happy birthday, USA, from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
So sexy it hurts, and I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. I came across Plexiderm and I was so excited. We have a model. All he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. Tightens the skin and smooths it out. Gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
You know, I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles. I have the puffiness. I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
Holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
As tradition before their season, the Brewers create a spoof of a famous motion picture. This year's movie, Back to the Future Miller Park Edition, with an updated version of Marty McFly and Dr. Emmett Brown. Here's part of their short film.
Suitor, you're telling me you made a time machine out of the bullpen car? 88.
88 miles per hour? 88 miles per hour, what did I tell you?
What? You're Craig Counsell.
Yeah? And who are you?
Suitor, I need your help to get back.
My goodness.
The Bucks are a couple days out from heading down to Orlando for what they hope is an extended stay in the NBA's bubble. Now, once they're in it, they won't be able to get out of it until their season is done. And with the expectation of winning a championship, they could be spending a couple months inside the bubble with not a lot of options of things to do. That is, except for Chris Middleton. He has a plan for his days off.
Knowing that we're not going to have much to do. If there's games that I want to see, why not just go check out a game? 1, for fun. 2, just, you know, watch basketball, be a fan. And 3, just, you know, I guess get an inside scout on what that team is doing, on their players and how they're playing and whatnot. But, I mean, I think going to the games is a good thing. It's a good thing, good way to get out the room.
Steve Stricker had a nice little second round at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. The Edgerton native shot a 67 to drop to 7 under. He's currently tied for 30th, 5 shots back, and will play through the weekend. And Joey Chestnut officially weighed in for the annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. The Food Fest begins tomorrow at 11, where Chestnut will try and win the 13th mustard yellow belt of his career. World record is his 74 hot dogs and buns in just 10 minutes. Yuck. We're back after this.
The 12-time champion.
Saturday, July 4th only. Don't miss Ashley HOMESTORE's Mattress Marathon one-day sale. Pay as little as $22 a month for Tempur-Pedic. Doorbuster Queen mattresses are just $95 while they last. Only at Ashley HOMESTORE.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Now every Toyota hybrid vehicle is available with 0% financing. With fewer stops for gas, Toyota hybrids give you the confidence to go farther. See your dealer or shop and buy online. Right now, you can lease a new 2020 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid for $239 a month.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
I do all my shoe shopping at Rogan's because I know that I find what I'm looking for and save. You can count on great service, a huge selection, the best name brands, and the second pair is half price. And one more thing, a choice in how you save. I can get my second pair half price now, or just save my receipt, come back anytime, and get my next pair for half price. Rogan's makes saving easy.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Hercules. I have been expecting you.
Aha! And I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh! How nice. Of you.
But
also... Radical. stupid. Mine.
Mine. No, mine.
No, mine. Mine.
Mine. Red Bull gives you wings.
Relax, unwind, remain safe and secure in a new bath, shower, or walk-in tub from Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Now during our summer spectacular sale, get a new bath or shower for only $49.95. Ask about great financing and call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. And be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Would you like a car wash?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
What do you think that guy on that post up there would say if you wasn't wearing your seatbelt?
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him real good.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Okay. All right, let's do that. I want you to get the rhythm of this. There you go.
Done.
Now, don't that feel better? Click it or ticket.
Ashley Home Store's 4th of July one-day sale is Saturday only. Save up to 60% off store-wide. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout with no minimum purchase. And interest-free financing for 3 years. Saturday only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And Gary is back as we take a final check. Your holiday weekend forecast.
Still have a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms out there, mainly around Dodgeville, drifting back toward the southwest. You can see the ones in Richland County really starting to fizzle out. Most of these will be gone by around midnight. Temperatures right now, mid to upper 70s, still 81 in Mineral Point. Dew Point temperatures, upper 60s to around 70, so it feels about 3 or 4 degrees warmer than the actual temperature. Our 4th of July, sunny, hot, and humid, high 91. Afternoon heat index from 93 to 98, and more of the same for Sunday and Monday. Maybe a slight chance of an afternoon thunderstorm on Monday, but highs upper 80s to lower 90s all through next week with nighttime low temperatures in the upper 60s and lower 70s as well.
All right. Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a wonderful and safe 4th of July holiday weekend. Take care.